I'm here. Hey everybody, this is Robbie. And today I was streaming a mod to kick off an anthology. A mod called Shattered Time. Hey! I saw from... Hey, you showed up real early. And just looking at the menu stuff, it looks pretty cool. I mean, it sounds cool. What is this music? It's pretty cool. Anyway, I guess this sort of... I've heard about this. I think it involves time travel. And I'm judging from this title screen, it revolves around Natsuki. So... Welcome to the Genesis of the Perfect World Anthology. Hey. Ah, yeah, this is the one that started it, right? At least I think. Yeah, that's always listed as first, right? Yeah. Yeah, so... beginning it with some good old time travel. Nice logo, nice camera pans. So let's see. We don't talk about tainted love anymore. Well, I mean, we won't until we won't until the mod wheel might select it. I don't know. But yeah, not here. Anyway, you're an exception. Oh, thanks. Hey, do you think I'd be better off dead? Don't know if the music... That question just came out of nowhere, directed at me. I'm just gonna... Natsuki, a girl who sat behind me in class, asked me that without any warning. We weren't really acquainted with each other. She was merely a classmate. Despite being in the same class and despite sitting close to one another, we never really spoke all that much. It's because we never spoken much that I couldn't help but wonder why she came to me with that question. The next day, the teacher approached the class and spoke in a somber tone. Sometime between yesterday and last night, Natsuki died. Just a heads up, there are 7 endings. Wow, 7 endings, that's quite a bit. Guess we'll see all of them, see what they're all about. The teacher could not say what was the nature of her death, and even now it hasn't been revealed to anyone. The true ending is locked behind a silly requirement because the maniac coding this wanted to be a jerk. Oh. Huh. Well, I guess we'll find that out, like, later. Unless it's not spoilery, although... No, if it has to do with the true ending of this game, it's probably spoilery just by nature, so... Guess we'll find out later. The probable cause of her death was lost to the darkness. I can sort of remember how to get it. It's not that difficult to get, but it is annoying. I can walk you through it. When the time comes, I think after I get, like, all the other endings and things, and then we'll see. He's passed away. That was the only thing the teacher would say when I asked out of curiosity. You need to get all other endings in order, for one thing. Wait, in order? Like, not just, oh, you got... So it's not just, oh, you got ending 4, and then you got ending 2. No, it has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then it's the true ending? Or is it like... Or is the true ending the 7th ending? I did... Pretty much 1 to 7. The true ending is the 7th ending. Ah, okay. I did not want to ask any further questions out of respect for Natsuki and not seem overly suspicious. To be quite honest, I don't really care all that much. I don't care that a classmate I never spoke to much at all who sat behind me is now dead. Despite these mysterious circumstances, it's not as though we had any sense of closeness, and yet she confided... I wanted there to be 7 straightforward endings, but Ford Code decided to hijack the mod a little bit. confiding in me and only me and asking that one random question like a shot in the dark. I have no strong feelings one way or the other. Despite her death, my school days have continued on as per usual. The world has continued on as per usual. Yeah, you know the old saying, life goes on. You know, it feels... I don't feel any sense of sadness or grief thinking about her. She just happened to be the person who sat behind me in class every day. Outside of that, we never had a single interaction or connection, save for possibly talking to the same people. That's all there is to it. Everything would be the same without her. The world goes on. It's the same quiet, everyday life that I've been used to. I found my thoughts drifting away until I was snapped back to reality by a soft laugh. Oh, Amy, you're a character here. Quick, what do I do for a voice? I think I've seen Amy in a mob once before, but I don't know. There will be a lot of spelling errors. Okay, thanks for the warning. Why is she going oof 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 oof? This is the third mod I ever wrote. Okay. Why is Amy going oof 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 oof? Isn't that like the... I don't know, isn't that like a... I don't know, I'm not well versed in anime. Anyway, like, oof oof oof, why, good morning, Robbie! I don't know what to do with her voice. You're looking kinda down in the dumps today. Penny for your thoughts? I'm fine. That girl is Amy, another girl in my class. Just like Natsuki, she's never really spoken to me. In fact, I think this just might be the first time she's ever spoken directly to me. From what I understand, she and Natsuki spoke to each other a lot. Whether they were best friends, rivals, or something else entirely, I can't say for certain. Their relationship never affected me very much, so I never really cared to think more about it. She's my favorite in this series. Interesting. I guess this is the first time I'm seeing her character, so I'll see what happens with that. I don't know. That doesn't sound like someone who's feeling fine. If there's something bothering you, just tell me already. What does it matter to you anyway how I'm feeling? Oh, wait, I think I understand now. You're just super annoyed at me because I never talk to you, and yet here I am talking to you out of the blue like everything is sugar-coated rainbows. We wanted to make her a major player in the Perfect World series. Oh, okay, so I get... Since this was the, I guess, technical first... And, like, technically the first one, since we don't... I guess we don't really talk about Tainted Love. I don't know, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting, that, like, Tainted Love was the first one or something? I don't know. Oh, I could be wrong, but... It's just... Yeah, I guess it's gonna be evidenced here. Yes and no. Okay. Something like that. Well, that's because I have a favor to ask of you. A favor? Me? Get someone else to do it. I don't owe you anything. I hardly know anything about you aside from the fact you have some obsession with spiders that someone might inevitably decide to write a poem about. There's no need for judgment, Robbie. Everyone is free to like whatever they want so long as there's no harm on anyone else. Yeah, that's what the poem's about, actually. Is there a point to this lecture? Last time I checked, you weren't a teacher. Aye, someone got up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. Anyway, well, like I said, I have a favor to ask. Can you guess what it is? Don't know, don't care, but I bet you're gonna tell me anyway. Just buzz off already, you spider-obsessed freak, damn. You're such a jerk. Yeah, damn, dude. Oh, frick, dev mode. That's a surprise. Doesn't really... Sometimes I run into that. Doesn't really detract from on the mod much, just that it's like... I wonder if that's like an easy thing to forget. Just a guess penny for your thoughts type thing. The MC is kind of a jerk. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of getting that. You know that? Tell me something I don't know. Ignoring your rudeness? I wanted to see about helping out Not, and you're the only one who can do that. How the hell do you figure that? He has his reasons, though, but that's for later. Okay. We're gonna find out his backstory. Stop acting like we're all just casual friends. Did not realize Rocket Man left dev mode on. Yeah, that kinda happens sometimes. There's a long for... mods like Within, Green Passions, and let this stream be forever have, just to name some major ones. It's nothing like, I don't really take that into account when like that's not a big old like deal breaker thing. If anything, it's kind of like, oh god, within. Yeah, I played through all of it and I can definitely see why it's a controversial mod. Just I don't know, some of the conflict feels for... I have my own opinions on that mod. Yeah, like some of the conflict feeling forced and MC's kind of in the beginning of like Act 3. Yeah, although no, maybe your opinions are different than mine. I've been told that since that mods exist, there's no place for me making mods dedicated to... You too? You too? Really? You've been told... Like, you've been told that too. It's like, damn, dude. Like, what even... It's not even that good. I mean, okay, it is in terms of, like, the first and second acts, but once the second act ends, it kind of just goes downhill. It's not even the best Monica mod as they seem to claim. It's just so weird. And even if it was, why are you trying to stifle creative passions like that? Like, just, that seems like a really shitty thing to do for, like, really stupid reasons, honestly. Like, just, oh, this mod's the best mod ever. I guess fuck anyone else who tries to make a mod similar. Like just, God. Sorry, that was kind of a rant thing. But just, man, I don't like it when people stifle creative passions. I've been trying to get it down for 4 years, trusted the wrong people, met a few delays, even lost the girl I wanted to dedicate the mod to. I'm back now, trying to make it happen, though. Okay, well, I hope it does happen. And, you know, it'd be nice to play more, like, mods from people. Yeah, same. Anyway, she went over to talk to you yesterday, remember? I know because I was watching you. What kind of sick pervert are you? And I'm helping with ideas and oh, that's nice. It's a joint project. Collaborative effort. That's nice. Would you cut it out already? Oh, that's not on screen. Seriously, what's with you today? Or are you just naturally an insufferable jerk? No, I'd say maybe I'm born with it. For whatever reason, Natsuki chose you to ask for help instead of me, her best friend. Yep, he took Rocket Man's place after he left. Okay. Well, again, I hope the mod gets made fully and can't wait to play it. Hopefully when it comes out. Like, as in, like, hopefully that's a when instead of an if in terms of... I don't know. You told me I was an awful writer with pointless ideas. And there we go, we're stamping on creative passions again. Again, hate it when people do that. Yeah, what are you talking about? She didn't ask me for any help about anything. She just asked me some random question like it was nothing. Yeah, TLDR, I'm glad Rock Commanding left. Yeah, if there's a writer telling you that you're an awful writer with pointless ideas, that kind of goes against the whole point of collaborative effort in the first place. Like, it's a group project, you don't just diss anyone or leave them out or other shit like that. Well, Nat was the kind of girl who wouldn't ask for help directly, even if she wanted it. Is that so? Usually because she was afraid to other people with their problems. Exactly. Don't diss anyone, don't hijack the project, collaborate. Yeah. She was such a sweet, considerate girl. Maybe a bit too considerate, though, if you ask me. How do you plan on doing this? Last time I checked, dead people just can't come back to life. It's not like there's some red star out in the sky that could zap the dead back to life. A red star out in the sky? A red star in the sky. That'd be awesome. Like, I guess, like, some of the, like, Bionicle reference. Oh. Okay. I have a count. I wonder for what the hell is this? I do not remember saving any of these. I don't know why they're appearing here. Whatever the hell they are, so I'm just gonna save here and do the reference counter. That happens to me sometimes. Ah, okay. But, like, how does that happen? These look kind of like save files from another, like, mod that I played. Like, I'm wondering how that happens. Oh, nothing glitched out. Yay! I sometimes get save data from other mods carrying over. Might be persistent data, or who knows. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it is just the saves that are impacted by that. Yeah, no, probably shouldn't test what happens if I load them. Might crash the game or something, and I don't want to do that. Funny you should say that. If that's what you're worried about, then allow me to explain some things to you. Tell me, have you ever heard the tragedy of Tyrankos the Tyrant? Yeah, don't try it. Yeah, I won't. Also, very alliterative title there. Tragedy of Tyrankos the Tyrant. Just very alliterative. No? Should I have? I mean, I guess if she's, like, asking about it, then maybe. I didn't think so. It's not a story most people would go around telling. I like doing writing tricks like that. Yeah, alliteration is fun. A long time ago, there were two brothers. One named Articus, who was loved and revered by all. The other was Tyrankos, who was feared and despised. Yeah, you make viruses. You kind of get that. They were both gifted with unimaginable powers. Articus was about to create things that he set his mind to. Tyrankos had the power to rewrite history, but only once for anyone who dared ask him to. I mean, I guess that tracks with Night Nurse. Like, you're essentially creating someone who has this history, so... One day, Tyrankos began to descend into madness and jealousy when he realized just how much the world hated him. So he planned to kill his brother, but was stopped and defeated promptly by Articus himself. Also get some nice lore. It was then that Articus created a prison for him, casting him into a realm beyond human comprehension. That wasn't the last of him, however. Even now, one can make a wish to Tyrankos, so long as they follow the proper ritual. He will rewrite the past for you, but only once. Should someone get greedy with him, they'll find their request is outright denied. In the best case scenario, anyway. These ideas were a work in progress, but the same general idea. Okay. Articus has creation magic, Tyrankos has time magic. Okay. So, what, in Night Nurse did Tyrankos steal some of the creation magic to create the virus? Or something? Is that a thing, or... Makes sense. Depending on how he feels, Tyrankos could do much worse. Assuming this isn't just some fairy tale, this Tyrankos could actually rewrite time? Yes, but only at one give point per wish. Let's just say he's been trying to experiment without learning other branches of magic since then. Okay. Hey, wonder how he's done that. There's no way this is real. No, he exists, as does Articus. I know this for a fact. I've even met Tyrankos myself. Oh, you have? Okay, you're one serious freak chick, and I don't want to hear anything else you have to say to me. You've met him too, Robbie. What? I mean, if you're talking about me, player, I guess, but like... As I turn away from Amy, I stop in my tracks to look back at her, smiling devilishly at me. What could she possibly mean with that? Before I could question her, the bell rings, signaling the end of classes for today. I look back over at her and she signals me to follow her. Against my better judgment, I comply with her. Amy takes me to the courtyard right in front of the fountain. From her backpack, she produces two linked bracelets. One is gold and the other is silver. These bracelets represent the link between the two brothers. More specifically, one represents Tyrankos and the other represents the prison created by Articus meant to house him. How the hell do you have them then? Oh, it's easy to make these. You just need two bracelets you're willing to sacrifice and dip them into the right ingredients. Make sure they're the right colors and make sure you leave them, and for at least 10 minutes for a nice long soak. What? Like, what even are the ingredients you're talking about that need to be the... I don't know, maybe you'll explain? I don't know even want to know what kinds of things she means. You put your left arm in the silver bracelet and your right arm in the gold one and say the magic words. And those would be... You can simply say, Tarankos, I've come to bargain 8 times while you have your arms in the bracelets. Well, someone's been watching Doctor Strange then. Sorry, random reference. And it's just I recognize the reference. I guess I have no choice if I'm gonna make you leave me alone. I'll play along and prove to you that this is all just a myth. Amy holds out the bracelets once more, allowing me to slide the proper arms through them. She lets go. You're the first to ever call out the reference. Wow, really? That is... Oh, that's very surprising. Huh. Interesting. I give a deep sigh as I look ahead of me. I cannot believe I'm gonna do this, but I can't help but feel bad for her, seeing as she's lost her best friend. Maybe I'm doing this out of pity or sympathy for her, or perhaps... No, it's best not think too much about it. Tarankos, I've come to bargain. Nothing happened. She said 8 times, right? Okay, 2. Tarankos, I've come to bargain. Say that over and over and over. Well, I'm halfway there. Tarankos, I've come to bargain. Tarankos, I've come to bargain. Tarankos, I've come to bargain. That's the last one. Then I'm out of here. I think he said it 9 times. Wait, really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh shit, you've already said it 8 times. I guess going a little bit above and beyond doesn't hurt in terms of rituals. Maybe Tarankos will be like, oh, you said it 9 times instead of 8? Oh, you really want this, huh? Or something, I don't know. Tarankos, that's all 8 times. Well, technically 9, but again, an extra one never really hurts, right? We do kind of make fun of this in the remake. I can't wait to see that. I immediately feel the bracelets constrict and bind my arms together. What the hell is going on here? I look over at Amy, who giggles devilishly to herself. And tally-ho, and away you go, Robbie! I feel as though I'm being grabbed from my arms and legs, being stretched out over a long distance. The sensation feels so overwhelming I can't help but feel my consciousness slipping. Natsuki can be saved by me? Why me of all people? I mean, I guess you're the one she asked the question to, so I guess it makes sense in terms of that. As I ponder this, I feel myself fading, but not before I hear a faint voice say something. How many times has it been now? I wonder what number attempt this one will be. Well, my perspective, 1. I don't know, I don't have any endings yet. Hey. Oh hey! This is a mod called Shattered Time, where we're gonna travel back in time to save Natsuki's life! Ideally, there are 7 endings and I'm playing through, see which one I get. Although, technically 6 because the 7th one's the true ending and apparently you need to do a thing to unlock it. What is it that you desire the most? Do you still not understand? Have you learned nothing? No matter how many times you try to turn the hands of fate, you will always arrive at the same result. You could not live with your own failing. Now look at where it's brought you. Back to me. There are quite... Damn, first Doctor Strange, then Avengers Endgame? I think this writer was a fan of the MCU. Oh, another mod I hadn't heard about. Oh, well, it's one that kicks off the anthology. See where it goes. Also, can't believe the writer is right here. Oh, right, Sorry, I thought with the hijacking stuff, I'm sorry, did you like the MCU, or, I don't know, I feel awkward now. No, Rocket Man did. Yes. I kinda hopped off after Endgame. Yeah, that's fair. Like, I mean, it does have end in the title, I can see why. And yeah, sorry again for the assumption. Who is this? What are they talking about? If you still fail to understand this process after having gone through it several times, then feel free to continue your fruitless struggle. You have learned nothing, and as such are doomed to struggle endlessly by repeating this time period. I'm guessing that's Taranko's? June 4th, 2019. Yes, it's him. I awaken on the ground to find myself laying right outside a house. Could this be Natsuki's house? A calming night breeze wraps itself around me. We didn't have a custom text box for him back then. Okay. You know, if you think about it, that kind of helps keep the mystery, if this is like the first mod played. Like, no custom text... Xbox keeps it mysterious, like... I guess who the person is? Like, it's like, could that be Tarakos or someone else? I don't know. A gently shining moon greets me as I look up into the sky. This is a rather calming summer night. The house stands before me, exuding an aura most unsettling. Its large shape starts proud and imposing before me. I can't help but feel my knees grow weak as I try to slowly approach it. I look at the name engraved just above the mailbox. Sairenji. I think I pronounced that right. Maybe? I don't know. I haven't heard the name Sairenji before, so maybe I butchered that. Without spoiling a lot of things I've planned for the remake. Well, I mean... Okay, that's cool. I mean, I kind of figured there might be, you could say... I don't know, it's like, I guess it's also gonna, like, kickstart the anthology again, like, take 2 or something? I don't know. That's Natsuki's family name. Without a doubt, this has to be the right place. I put my hand against the gate. It creaks open with just my touch. I push it forward and take a few steps to the door. I put my hand on the doorknob, not expecting anything to happen. I'm shocked when I feel I'm able to turn the knob. I gently open the door. Yep. Wait, this is breaking and entering. Should I really be doing this? I don't know what's going on anymore, but... Leave the house? Well, I mean, it is the house. Ending 1 is leave. I mean, I guess to get the true ending, though, wait, does this technically... I'm trying to figure out, like, how I want to do this. Because, like, Because, like, I recently established, like, a backseat thing, but, like, this is also, like, a very good reason for it, considering the requirements for the true ending. Yeah, might as well do it in the order. Yeah, I gotta play the mod like a... Yeah, I shouldn't be here. I can't be found breaking and entering like some kind of criminal. I have to get out of here. I walk out of the house, making sure to close the door behind me. As I do so, I hear some loud, booming footsteps. Coming from the side of the house. I quickly run to the side of the house. And I guess instead of getting the hell out of there, I end up beneath a random window. I look inside. It's a bedroom with an awful lot of pink. I see a long figure standing in the doorway. There's a girl with pink hair in the room who was just sleeping peacefully, only to bring her head up out of a sense of alarm. It was Natsuki. Natsuki? Why is the... Huh. Are you still awake? Were you waiting for me? I'm sorry. I just finished work, so I'm a bit late. Thanks for waiting up for me, though. Natsuki doesn't seem to say anything as she only continues to look back at him. Thanks, sweetheart. feels weird to see Natsuki's dad have a purple text box. Like it's like I usually associate that with like Yuri, but I mean I guess Yuri doesn't appear in this mod vent, so okay. Things have been very rough these last few days. Things haven't been going very well at work at all for me. They got mad at me for not getting a report done in time, getting furious at me for some editing mistakes I made. I shouldn't be complaining so much, should I? After all, that's why Mom got so fed up and left us, right? Tell me, you're on my side, right, Natsuki? You won't just up and leave me out of the blue like Mom did, right? You'll stay with me by my side, won't you? I'm on your side. Thank you, sweetheart. I knew I could count on you. Her father approaches her bed. I duck down, hoping no one saw me. I do my best to try and listen in. Tell me, Natsuki, if I said that I wanted to die, would you die with me? What the hell? Dad? Yeah, what the hell? What are you saying? Yeah, that's what I want to know. It's gotten very hard to keep on living. Why's the cameras on? I can't handle this anymore. The world is such a cruel, unforgiving place. I feel like the only way to make the suffering stop is to just end it all. I can't do that, though. Not when I'd be leaving you by yourself. So you can't live, so you're gonna drag your daughter down with you? Wow. I couldn't forgive myself knowing I'd be leaving you alone in such a cruel world like this. So I'm asking you, please, die with me. Dad, I can't bring myself to look anymore. I look away from the window. That's when I hear a loud booming noise. A gunshot. Did he seriously just kill his own daughter? As part of some fucked up suicide pact. Like, damn, dude. What the fuck? Her father starts breathing heavily. How could he do something like this without hesitation? Don't worry, Natsuki. I'm right behind you. There's a cold silence in the air. I don't hear another gunshot. I can't pull the damn trigger. I can't do it, Natsuki. I just can't do it. I'm too scared to finish the job. I can't do it myself. His anguished cries rattle the window I'm sitting beneath. It's all starting to make sense now. Natsuki, no! I just killed my only daughter. I killed the only person I had left in this world. I'm just trying to process, so... You did a friggin' suicide pact that started with killing your daughter, and then you can't go through with doing, like... Holy shit, that's fucked up. Natsuki was now gone from this earth, her life cut short by her own father. She was forced into a double suicide by her father. She didn't seem to put up any resistance. I mean, like... How fast did it actually happen? What could... How bad was her life for everything to end like this for her? Is that why she asked me that question? Hey, do you think I'd be better off dead? Why did she ask me that? I wasn't a close friend or even a family member. I was just a random classmate who happened to sit close to her. That's all. All I remember, these endings have cool titles. I wonder what the title of this will be. A classmate she never really spoke to, for that matter. Yet she came to me and asked me that loaded question. That's when I remember something that Amy said. Well, Nat was the kind of girl who wouldn't ask for help directly, even if she wanted it. Natsuki, what the hell? Whoa, what's happening here? Oh, that looked cool, the way that, like, ended up happening. Natsuki, in her own roundabout way, just might have been asking me for help. I just failed her. Maybe it's because I wasn't anyone close to her or meant anything to her. It might have been because I was just a random classmate. She didn't know where else to turn to. That might just be why she asked me that question at all, because I was a complete stranger she felt wouldn't judge or look down on her. As I continue to think this over, I spot a lone figure in the distance. Could it be? There's no one else in this empty void here besides the two of us. I rush over and sure enough it's her. Natsuki! Robbie! Please don't die, Natsuki! I don't... I mean, where the hell is this void? Please? Huh. I wonder why I said whatever I did to you. Maybe it really was because I wanted you to help me. I can't tell anyone else that I didn't want anyone to know anything. Out of all the people I could have gone to, I decided to go with you, the guy who just sits in front of me. Before I could see anything, tears well up in Natsuki's eyes. I didn't even think you'd try to do anything, let alone care. There's a pause as Natsuki sniffles to herself, trying to keep her nerve to speak to me. It's kind of strange, don't you think? I literally have no future beyond this point. This has all just been just some messed up loop that's gone on for who knows how long. 10 minutes on my end. I can't break out of it and I don't know what to do anymore. I'm like some damn wind-up doll forced to do whatever fate tells me to do. By the time I realize it, I'm already awake and it's morning. I'll think of something. I won't let this happen again. You fool. You beautiful little fool. Robbie, I have to go now. We'll see each other again today. I promise. Thank you for caring about me. Natsuki turns away from me, looking out into the void. I reach out for her, begging her to come back, but in a matter of moments, she vanishes. Goodbye. Holy shit. I mean, at least we got more information, and now we can... Bad end 1. Am I standing still? Huh. Well, that was one ending. So, now let's actually stay and try to scope out the info. I have to press on. I step into the house. Time for hesitation is long past. I did that crazy ritual Amy set up for me for Tarankos, who I can't believe exists even after going through with it. I need to do something. I made my way through the house as quietly as possible. I don't know who's in the house, but I doubt they wouldn't be too pleased knowing there's some young punk roaming around. That reminds me, what does MC's actually look like in this mod? Considering he refers to himself as like some young punk, I'm wondering what he looks like. Like, is it just the base game MC sprite, or is it something different? Again, I think the mod would have told me if it was... There's a poster. Oh shit, there's a poster? Huh, interesting. There's a poster that I made that Ninja posted. Huh, that's pretty cool. Everyone thinks he did a wonderful job on the on his poster that I made. See what I mean? No respect. Oh, frick. I mean, as a writer or as an artist. Well, I mean... I'm trying to figure out what to say. I mean, this mod's good so far, you know? I mean, granted, it's just one of the endings, but it's like... It's an interesting... No, that's fine. Okay. I'm guessing that whole, like, there's a kind of mentality that it's like... Like, oh, you post a thing, and if there's no, like... Okay, no, I'm trying to figure out... You know what, never mind. I eventually find myself in what I think is the kitchen. Beer bottles are lined up on the table. There are some coffee mugs with cold coffee. There's a bowl with some bit of cold rice left over. On the counter, I spot a picture of Natsuki with who I am assuming are her parents. Everyone is smiling and looking cheerful in this picture. I continue looking around at the kitchen, but it's all... There's just a lot of things in this mod I want to do better, so the idea for the remake was born. Huh. Well, it'll be interesting to play the remake and, like, spot differences. Or, you know, see how different the remake is compared to the current mod I'm playing. Continue looking around at the kitchen, but it's almost hard to even look with how chaotic everything appears to be. There's some cheap dinnerware that appears to come from a discount store. My eyes travel over to the kitchen sink where I find a knife. Breaking and entering is one thing, but stealing? Then again, I'm beyond the point of no return now. Against my better judgment, I take the knife in my hand. Hopefully I won't have to use it. Ah, Chekhov's gun. Or knife in this case. One thing I'll tell you right now, the script for this original mod, thrown out the window because I lost it and mostly redone. Oh, okay. So the remake will probably be like vastly different compared to this mod because of that alone. Huh. Okay then. I look over the sink somewhere and find some baking pans waiting to be washed. The aroma left behind smells really good. I wonder if Natsuki was the one who was baking something with these pans. Probably. I press onward to some of the other rooms in the house. I gently open one of the doors and step inside. There in front of me is a bed with a sleeping Natsuki looking so peaceful and serene. There are going to be two different stories, the remake being much longer, borrowing most of the story beats from the original. Oh, okay. I feel bad enough as it is for breaking into her house, but being in her room makes me feel awkward on another level. Still, maybe I might find some clues as to what might have happened to her around here. Despite how uncomfortable I feel, I decide to snoop around her room. Within reason, of course! Yeah, just getting more information. I look in a mirror right by her doorway. There's a sticky note with the number 8 on it for some reason. Another note is a doodle of a cat drawn on it, like number 8, and you... Number 8, and you have to say the thing to Tarankos 8 times. So maybe Natsuki also got involved? I mean, probably, unless someone else put that note there. You'll see. Okay. I gazed at the contents of the room before, and there is definitely a lot of pink happening. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised or anything. There's an array of cute little trinkets lining up one of her shelves. As I look over the shelf, I spot what appears to be a diary. I am once again feeling pangs of guilt just by touching the book, but I then remind myself that I have broken into someone's home and am currently standing in the middle of a girl's bedroom while she's asleep. I'm not doing this to stalk or prey on Natsuki. I'm doing this because I want answers for saving her life. I take a deep breath and start thumbing through some of the pages within the diary. May 28th. Everything is just so damn depressing lately. It's suffocating me. I can't even breathe. I don't feel like smiling. When I try to, it just feels so fake, like there's no heart to it, so I don't anymore. What's keeping me going anymore? I didn't even want to think about what would happen to me if I lost it. By the time I find out, it might be too late. God, I hate this so much. Even now I can hear him. Please don't come in today all angry and sad. Please don't do anything terrible. I don't think my heart can take much more of this. I know Dad has been having a lot of trouble at work again, but still. Every day has just been the same thing for me and it's suffocating me. I want to help Dad. I really want to help Dad. I just don't know what else to do, and then it gets worse whenever he comes home angry. The only thing that calms him down is drinking. I fucking hate this. I feel so damn powerless no matter what I do. Is there even a point? There's one thing I could change, but... Just one thing I could change, but what? Well, there's apt motivation for you to get involved. Considering how we could rewrite some stuff. This one I could care less what happens to me. I feel so empty inside, I probably wouldn't get angry over anything or even feel anything. Why was I born into this world as a human with a heart and mind? I almost wish I was brought into this world as something different. I didn't even care so long as I didn't have anything like emotions or feelings to worry about. June 2nd. Dad, I tried to make some of my special cupcakes for the both of us today. Well, that explains the baking. I wanted to see if it could cheer him up. A lot of my friends love my cupcakes, so I figured maybe he'd at least appreciate the thought. There's not much else to do in the house, so I try to work on doing things to keep things neat and tidy. The only problem is when I lack the motivation to want to do anything. Ah, yeah, same. Hey, motivation is a struggle to... Oh. Seeing all the beer bottles Dad drinks out of like kills my motivation even more. The more he drinks, the more sad and angry he becomes. Yeah, it sure is a struggle. I used to have plenty of interest, but now none of it means anything to me. I don't even get the same kind of joy I'd get from reading my favorite manga anymore. Nothing matters anymore. I don't want to do anything. I don't matter. Just leave me alone already. If Dad were to tell me to just die right now, I would. No questions asked. Holy shit, which is what led to the first ending stuff happening. Damn. That's about all I can do. Oh, I think I get the whole order thing now. Like, it still feels kind of weird to do because it's like... I guess it was to, like, feel like a linear story or something with a mystery where it's like... Because, like, information we're getting now is, like, helping with context for the first ending, and so if I get to... And so if I do ending 2, then context for ending... Then that context will be explained by ending 3, so on and so forth. I mean, still, probably should have, like, consulted you first before... Or maybe... I don't know the writing process. It was a linear story. Ending 1 is probably one of the few out of order. Ah, okay. That's about all I'm good for. There aren't any other options, and there's no way out of this hell on earth. I feel like I have a lot of weight on my shoulders. Did I always feel this way? I'm going to sleep now. I feel so fucking depressed right now. I hate it all so much. June 3rd. I spoke to Robbie today. I don't even know why. Of all the things I could have done and all the people to talk to, I chose him. Like, honestly, not sure where it could have gone other than, what if he leaves and he happens to see Natsuki's dad be evil? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because just... Yo, bruh. Oh, hey! I think you're new here. I don't know. Anyway, this is a mod called Shattered Time. So... It doesn't even mean much to me or anything. It just sits in front of me in class. Oh, so this is like a mod where, like, the MC, like, does a ritual to travel back in time to try and save Natsuki's life, and we're learning more about it as we go along, and I'd say it's a playthrough, but it's more like a... Because, like, because the true ending has to be unlocked by certain conditions, it's more like a... Natsuki, really? The worst choice? Well, probably in your... I mean, in your opinion. I don't know, Natsuki... I don't know, probably you played some mods that only portray Natsuki well, you just don't like the character. I don't know, this is... But Yuri's the superior... Okay, then. Just... Whenever talk or anything in some... No comment. Yeah, me neither. Yeah, no comment. Yeah, that was sure was... Yeah, that sure was the thing. I'm trying to figure out, like, a thing. Trying to be prepared for something. There's no way. Yeah, I do. Please stop. Frick, how did... Do you youngers? What? Who talks like this? The frick? Managing harassment to its safety center. Harassment can be frustrating. I'm trying to... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I have that reminder for a reason. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, back to the mod. I'm in high school. This just seemed funny. Ah, okay. Then again, no one really knows I'm alive. I doubt they really care either. He always looks so damn sad and grumpy. Kinda like me if I think about it. Maybe we're more similar than you'd think, but then it's not like I want to ask him his whole life story or anything. I can't say for sure, but I doubt he's really having fun with his life with how gloomy he seems all the time. I didn't tell him anything, really. I doubt he'd really care since he probably feels like I'm nothing to him, but I spoke to him in the end. I don't even know why I did it. It's not like I have anything to discuss with him. I'm not worried about anything specific. There's really nothing for us to talk about. There's nothing to be worried about. I'm not worried at all about anything. I just asked him a random question, nothing else. The diary ends here. This last entry is from yesterday, or rather the day before the teacher told us all that Natsuki died. That's tonight. I don't think there's anything else for me to do here, so I decided to check out another room. This must be your parents' bedroom, judging by the size of the bed. There's a man sleeping in a computer chair on the other side of the room. This must be your father. I quietly sneak around the room and find a large bookshelf lined with various books. On a nightstand, I bought a bottle of sleeping pills. A disturbing thought enters my head as I see flashes of this man stepping into Natsuki's room, asking her if she would want to die. Oh yeah, that's from ending 1, then. I hear the sound of a gunshot echoing in my mind and the cries of anguish of this man for killing the only person he had left in this world. What did I just see? An ending to this game, I think. Was this the future? More like an alternate timeline? Did I get a glimpse into the exact nature of Natsuki's death? I can't even begin to believe what I just saw and heard. Being murdered at the hands of your own father. That thought alone sickens me to my very core. I walk over to her father, who's still asleep. Look at the knife in my hands. I look at the sleeping pills on the nightstand. What should I do? Oh, frick. How do I save? Where's the... Escape, save game, go to this. And... I'm guessing ending 2 is like one of these two options, so... Wait, do they both lead to different endings or something? Or... You're on your own, I forget. Oh, shit. They might just be in order. Oh, well, Huh. So, 2, 3, 4 in that order. Well, I'm guessing it's probably like top to bottom type stuff. You know, 2 is this, 3 is this, 4 is this, because, I mean, definitely 4, 5, or 6 are don't kill him, because that would lead to other stuff happening, so... So, do this, so... Okay, I'm just guessing it's top to bottom, so do this first. Without hesitation, I plunged the knife into his chest. Scum like this don't deserve to see the light of day, let alone be around other people. It sickens me. You sicken me, you bastard! You say that like you're talking to him now. June 5th, 2019. Natsuki didn't die that night. She was saved. I killed her father in order to save her from her gruesome demise. I feel awful having killed a man in order to accomplish this, and yet what that man was planning to do was unforgivable in my eyes. Nevertheless, it's hard to even justify my actions from that night, but what matters now is Natsuki is alive and well. For the next few days, Natsuki cried her eyes out, clearly grieving the loss of her father. I didn't think about what would happen to her, but it is only natural for her to grieve the loss of a parent. Eventually, though, she began to return to her old self. How long has it been now? I'm sorry I made you worry about me. I made everyone all worried over nothing. I shouldn't have dragged you into that soap. I'm sorry, okay? I can't believe I'm even saying this to you, of all people, but I'm sorry. It's no problem at all, Natsuki. I still can't believe you even spoke to me in the first place. Yeah, Natsuki's gonna be friggin' thrilled if she finds out that you killed her father. You know, Amy's always so cheerful and upbeat, but for some reason on that day, she was crying her eyes out so much that they turned red? Why? Is it like, oh my god, I didn't expect you to kill him! What the fuck? Type deal? Maybe. It's almost... I wasn't even sure what to say, but it made me feel glad I didn't die that day. Again, you'll see. Yeah. Eventually she stops and her smile vanishes from her face. Although, there's something that's been on my mind lately that I can't shake off. Considering you were the only person I told, I can't help but wonder if you had something to do with everything. Wait, what are you saying? Natsuki gets closer to me, eyeing me suspiciously. I see how it is. So that's how it's gonna be, huh? I just asked, what are you saying? I didn't... What? I just asked for elaboration. What? This is suddenly this is an interrogation now? Wait, Natsuki, what do you... It was you, wasn't it? Me? What do you mean? You're the one who killed my father. How the hell did you come to that conclusion? I mean, I guess, like, MC being the only one you told is evidence enough, but it's like... Oh, yeah. You killed my father. Any traces of her cheerful attitude are gone. This aura of pure hatred. Her pink eyes could literally stare craters into my skull with how intensely she was looking at me. You came to my house, didn't you? How the hell do you know that? I'm too scared to say anything right now. Why? Why did you do that? I can explain. Or... He was gonna kill you. I know you might not believe me, but I saw it happen in some kind of time loop. It sounds crazy, but it's the truth. I don't know how else to explain it. Also, how about, like, just being like, how the hell did you... I was trying to save you. So what you're saying is that I was meant to die that day, but my father died instead? Is that right? Yes! I had to do it to save you. I won't accept that. I refuse. You didn't even do anything wrong. Beg to differ here. He was going to, I know it. I saw it happen. Tell me, how did you think everything would end up after all this? What? Since you're such a genius and you can see into the future, tell me what you think was going to happen after you killed my dad. I didn't think about that at all. I mean, I guess this MC thought you'd just never find out or something? I don't know. What is she getting at here exactly? My dad kept working hard for my sake. He was doing everything he could to support the both of us after Mom stepped out on us. It was hard on him, but he was doing his best. Did it ever occur to your peanut-sized brain what this was gonna do? Just how do you think I felt living the way I have for all this time? I was all he had. He was all I had. All this time I never knew. And I guess that's perspective for you. She only had her father in her life. They were all they had, and I ruined that. Yet I couldn't understand why her father would even think of killing her. I want to try and convince her that there was no other way. I mean... And then again, I guess we have a choice thing that proves otherwise. But she clearly doesn't want to hear another word I have to say to justify my actions. You don't get it. There's no way you can understand anything. You're such an idiot. You thought you'd be saving me? Well, you didn't. I had to get taken into a foster home because of you. That family could care less about what happens to me. Okay, I have never been to a foster home. I've only heard of them, and they're portrayed as kind of 50-50 in, like, media and TV and movies. I don't... So... Even if you saved my life, you couldn't save my heart. If my father died at my place that day, and if one person had to die... She steps away from me, getting close to the railing on the top. Yesterday, the one who died was my father. Today the one who dies will be me. Before I can object or process any of this, Natsuki throws herself off the railing, plunging to her demise below. I call out her name, desperately trying to reach out to her, but it's too late. I can't bear to look anymore. With that, Natsuki took her own life out of her own free will. Was this world really so cruel and unforgiving to the both of them? Then maybe this was for the best. Wow. Bad end 2. Codependent. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Alright, quick little be right back break before going to the next ending. Very quick, don't worry. And I'm back. So, 2 down, 4 to go. Codependent. Yep, 2 down. Probably should add more to... Why does it say connecting to... Back. Alright, yep, there we go. So it is like top to bottom, so force the sleeping pills down his throat. Fate says that Natsuki is supposed to die on this day. Yes, top to bottom. There we go. If her father is the one who will do this dark deed, then maybe I'll just make sure they sleep. Sleep spares them from pain. Awake and they suffer. No one will die tonight. They rest in an endless slumber. You... Okay? Tomorrow will be a June 4th when no one will die and all will be right with the world. I shoved a lot of the sleeping pills down her father's throat. Yes, because just shoving a lot of a random sleeping pill that you probably didn't really read down someone's throat is totally not gonna lead to an overdose. Yeah, like what? Like, just... Why would you just shove, like, what's basically most of the bottle down? That'd just kill him through an overdose. Plus, if you didn't want to kill him... I then went and shoved the last of the bottle down Natsuki's throat. Oh, you're just killing both of them! The deed is done. All that's left for me to do is return home and await tomorrow. As I make my way home, I spot some smoke. What you're going to see with this ending 3 is that this is a kind of a monkey's paw kind of scenario. Okay. Well, I mean, I kind of figured that... I spot some smoke. That's the direction my house is! I race home as fast as I can, only to meet with a disturbing sight. My house has been set aflame, a blazing inferno burning brightly into the night sky. My mother, what the fuck? It was just the two of us living there. Wait, your mother was... Wait, your mother was alive? What? And now she was gone, consumed by the raging inferno. Wow, that is some equivalent exchange shit. Right there. Bad End 3. Raging Inferno. Wow. Okay, and now we go to ending 4. I can't do it. I leave the room as quietly as possible and head back into the kitchen. Yeah, see what else there is. Even if this guy's gonna kill Natsuki, he technically hasn't even just done anything yet, so can I even justify killing him in cold blood? I take a seat at the table, making sure to avoid knocking over any beer bottles as I do so. I run my hands through my hair. I was seriously about to do it. I stop myself, though, after seeing alternate timelines. I don't know. I look over to my side and spot a phone. I can't help but wonder if I can call anyone in this case. If I call the police, chances are they won't believe me and will most likely toss me into jail for breaking and entering. Ignoring that, Natsuki's dad hasn't even done anything wrong and I'll just sound like a crazy person. If they don't toss me into jail, they'll most likely send me away to the funny farm instead. Wait, what about Amy? She was the one who hatched this entire plan in the first place. What if I called her? It was her harebrained scheme in the first place, so her crazy mind has to believe me. Call Amy? So is it like... So is it always like top to bottom? I don't... Cause like, yeah, this is ending 4, so... I think so? Been a while since I played this mod. Yeah? Well, I guess this probably is. So, oh, frick, whoops. Yeah, sure, let's call her. Let's see what happens. I don't think I know Amy's number, but luckily for me, there's an address book by the phone. After thumbing through it, I find Amy's number listed and I dial it. The phone rings for a while and I'm almost about to hang up until I hear a familiar voice on the other end. Hello? Amy, is that you? Robbie? What are you doing? Do you have any idea how late it is right now? What's up? Why does the caller ID say this is Nat's house? Look, I don't know how else to explain all this right now, but I'm from the future and I think Natsuki's gonna die tonight. I made a bargain with Tarankos. Not? Are you telling the truth? I know this sounds crazy, but I swear to you that I am. You were the one who sent me back into the past with this whole thing about Tarankos in the first place from my own timeline. I'm actually calling you from Natsuki's house. I was sent here, but I didn't know what else to do. What should we do, Robbie? Do you have any idea as to how she's gonna die? I think her father's gonna kill her, but I'm not too sure. There's a short silence from the other end before Amy speaks up again. You said you bargained with Tarankos, correct? Yes? What does that have to do with anything? When you bargain with Tarankos to save her life, someone has to take her place. Oh shit, so I guess that's what happened in ending 3. You mean a soul for a soul. For someone to live, another must die in their place. Well, shit then! An exchange has to be made. So, Amy, what are you saying? Don't tell me, if I die today, then Natsuki will be saved. Okay, this call is escalated. Amy, wait, I got it, Robbie. Thank you. Goodbye. Amy, no, come back. That escalated so quickly. Just... Wow. I didn't want... The line goes dead. I can't believe it. So then, bargaining with Tarankos means making an exchange. So no matter the outcome, someone has to die on this day. I can't believe it. I never spoke much to Amy, and I can't say we were friends, but I didn't want her to die. I didn't even know where she lived, so I can't go to her house to stop her. Even if I did, chances are I would be too late to do much of anything. Damn it all! Amy, no! June 5th, 2019. See how not... God, if Natsuki accuses MC of, like, killing Amy, like, then I don't know how she'd, like, actually come to that conclusion. Like, all that... Like, I guess it is suspicious that it's, like, you called Amy And then she apparently died yesterday. Like, Amy dying the same day MC called her, like, in terms of stuff that... I don't know, just... if... But it's like, Natsuki was sleeping. How would she be able to know a call even took place unless MC tells her? I mean, I guess we'll see. It was an apparent suicide, but the teacher said the same thing as when Natsuki died, or rather when she would have died. Amy has passed away. Amy took her own life in order to save Natsuki. She called it an exchange. Whatever it was, I can't help but feel sick to the pit of my stomach. Like I said, there's a lot of problems with this mod. Yeah. Like, actually, no. I really want to fix this. I mean, yeah, that's what the remake's for, right? And I mean, you know, there's also, like, another thing, like, we could, and, like, watching this, like, back can help, like, get some perspective on, like, how the mod was originally. I mean, you know that, you wrote it. It's okay if you hate it, don't worry. Like I said, I hate this mod, too. I don't hate it, necessarily. Like, I mean, nothing all that bad has, like, happened in terms of, like, if a mod makes me feel like... I don't know, it takes a bit for me to hate a mod. Like a mod like Lost Ascension, where everybody's, like, constantly acting out of character and it's just frustrating, ending as well as it's ending. That's a mod I hate, but I mean, like... Yeah, I was about to say Lost Ascension. Yeah, like... Or, like... Oh, yeah, I've heard so many things about Lost Ascension. Yeah. Yeah, just... There's a... Yeah, like, that mod and its Dokis are just brimming with resentment towards the MC. It is insane. They're, like... Like, I counted, there were, like, over 80 friggin'... Like, throughout the course of that mod, the Dokis, like, insult the MC over 80 times. And that's just, like... If I count, like, actual, like, jabs or something, or just... And it's just insane because of the correlation and, like... It's weird, like, it's also weird that all of it just boils down to correlation. And when, like, aren't you supposed to have learned that, like, correlation doesn't really equal causation back in, like, what, middle school or something? I don't know, it's just, Lost Ascension's just a bad mod, just... Like, the point is, this isn't that. I'll just say ST has a lot of poorly executed... That has to be my most hated ending in this. Oh! Well, I guess we're getting to that right after this one, so I'll see the perspective on why you don't like it. You'll see why. Anyway. Why did Amy take her own life like that? What was she thinking? I did not want to write it. Okay? That's all I will say. Okay, I get you. Amy took Natsuki's place. A soul for a soul. This is how Tarakos operates. Fate said that someone was to die that day, but apparently it did not have to be Natsuki. In other words, even if Natsuki was to have died that day, it's acceptable for someone else to have died in her place. That's all there was to it. Natsuki's here, alive and well, yet obviously questioning everything. It's like a trade-off, as they say in economics. The world can stay in balance without a risk of a surplus, and Natsuki gets to remain among the living, but at what cost? Robbie? I'm dragged back to reality from my thoughts when I see that Natsuki's standing right in front of my desk. Do you happen to know anything about what happened to Amy? I just don't understand why Amy had to die. I don't even know what to tell her at this point. Might as well have been the one who did her in, considering I'm the one who told her everything. I mean, you didn't freaking know that she would do that! It's like, I'm the one who killed Amy. It's my fault. I didn't want it to end this way, but it did, and now it's too late. The words I speak next come out of my... She died in your place so you could live. Maybe it's because of the guilt crushing me. Maybe it's because I hate myself right now. Whatever the reason, I just told her. She's understandably taken aback when I say this. What are you saying? I don't get it. You're telling me I was supposed to die? That means Amy died instead of me? Is this some kind of sick, twisted joke? I can't bring myself to say anything to her. I honestly wish this was some kind of joke. I wish I could just wake up right now and have all this be some dream, but it's not. This is reality. Natsuki begins to laugh to herself in a crazed manner, sending chills. So this is a reality when I don't die and Amy dies instead just to make all the numbers match up? Is that it? That's not the kind of reality I want. You hear me? Ah! She practically slams her fist on my desk. Oh, there's actually a sound effect. I don't have to do that. Jolting me back. Her eyes burn with a fire of aggression. Why the hell did it turn out this way? Damn it all! Natsuki's expression softens as she sits down in the desk in front of me. She covers her eyes and she tries to weep quietly to herself. I cannot control my actions and I find myself placing a hand on her back, gently rubbing her back as a means to console her. Natsuki was saved by exchanging Amy's life for her, as if souls are a means of currency. Damn. I feel sorry for Natsuki. Yeah, this is really tough. But Amy's Perfect World. Hey, the title of the anthology! Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, wait, what? This is, what, wait, I didn't think that would happen. I thought I'd go back to the menu. There's more. Did you really think I'd let it end this way? I'm not just gonna sit here and accept that my best friend died because of me. For what? All because I was supposed to be the one to die instead? I'm not accepting that crap, you hear me? Robbie, you're the one who did this. How the fuck do you know? What? How? Huh? I mean, what do you mean by this? You convinced her to go along with... How the fuck did I do? I mean, he did tell her she died in her place. I mean, sure, but then there's, you convinced her to go along with this, and I'm like, how the hell did he do that? He just said, oh, there's a thing that's happening here, and then she's like, well, we gotta exchange a soul for a soul. And she did this. What the hell? The blood's on your hands. Natsuki, if this is all just some kind of never-ending loop, then this is all just gonna repeat itself anyway. That means there's a lot of you running around in this reality, which means it's okay if one of you dies. What the fuck? What the fuck? Before I could take, Natsuki takes my head in her hands and twists my... Ah! The fuck? Unacceptable! Holy shit. Okay, that was a nice fake out for any point. I mean, yeah, it was, like... I mean, Whoa. I can say right now Ending 4 didn't survive into the remake. Well, I mean, I hope the concept of an ending having a fake out does, because I like how it took me off guard, you know? Oh, like, that's a cool concept. Anyway, I guess we don't call Amy then. Well, then you're gonna be a sad little... You're gonna be a sad little rabbit. Oh, okay. So I guess the remake doesn't have a fake-out ending then. Oh, that's a shame. Huh. Call Amy. Yeah, no! I don't even know Amy's number. I mean, you'd find it in the address book, but I don't want Amy to die. Even if I did, what are the chances she's gonna know what to do? When she started this whole crazy thing, all she gave me was this cryptic fortune cookie talk that made no sense whatsoever. With my luck, she'll just give me some stupid... Yeah, we had to make sacrifices. Captain Heart's Active Heart's remake got hit the hardest. Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. Hey. Hey, that's the creative process for ya. Why did I sound so... Also, was like the sad little rabbit thing a reference to something? On the plus side, the original ST and CH are available to play still. Yeah. my luck, she'll just give me some stupid riddle that involves me making some kind of aluminum foil hat and running around a parking lot shouting some stupid phrase. Damn. That's just a silly thing I say for anyone who's looking forward to something. Okay. Okay. Be a sad little rabbit. Yeah, I can see why. It's interesting. I take the knife in my hand and get up from the table. I'm out of options. What should I do? A part of me is tempted to visit Natsuki one last time before I leave. Should I see Natsuki one last time? Alright, I guess this is ending 5 then. Yes, alright, ending 5, here we go! I make my way back to Natsuki's room, gently opening the door once again as I do so. Natsuki's still sleeping peacefully in her bed, unaware of what awaits her tonight. AKA the ending I wish I never wrote for the mod. Yeah, let's find out what it is! As if drawn to her by a magnetic pull, I make my way over to her. I fall to my knees as I am at the side of her bed. As I do so, her eyes flutter open and she looks over at me, a confused yet sympathetic look on her face. This almost feels like something out of a storybook fairy tale. Robbie, you came by to save me again, didn't you? I'm glad. Thank you so much for caring about me. Robbie, okay! Okay, I can see why, jeez! This young girl's heart, so beautiful and also, the phrasing of this choice is like, should I see Natsuki one last time? That's literally what it said! Yeah, what the hell? It says, should I see... Also, I kind of like the detail of, like, things still going on, like, in the background of the menu. But that's beside the point. It just said, should I see Natsuki one last time? There was literally, like, no mention of, should I kill Natsuki? Myself? I guess the thing is, like, well, she was gonna die anyway. I guess we gotta get... Oh, this defeats the purpose of the whole story. Like, that was literally the reason you traveled back in time was to save Natsuki. Now you're gonna kill her in cold blood? The fuck? I thought there was gonna... Didn't know what would happen. I thought he was gonna give a speech or something, not this. Can you see why I hate this ending? Yeah, definitely! You stab with a knife. I did it. It was me. There's no point in trying to challenge fate. She is destined to die. I didn't want this in the story, but a certain someone wanted it in there. I don't know why. Maybe as some sort of tragedy of, it's MC who kills her this time, as he knows there's no way to alter this in any way type deal, but like, it just doesn't, it just kind of comes out of nowhere with no foreshadowing that this is where the ending's going, actually. And what, the very least I can do is to ease her suffering in my own hand. Natsuki looks at... He was kind of edgy. Okay. Also, if you wanted to ease her suffering, maybe kill her in a way that's like if you're gonna do that anyway, hey, maybe do that in a way where it's like quick and painless instead of, yeah, let's stab her in the heart where she's clearly still like alive and looking, in this betrayed sense of like stuff. I don't know, just. He wanted me to keep making mods with depressingly violent endings. Wow. Wow. A part of me feels as though I know what she was going to say to me. After I got STCH and tainted love out of my system, I wanted to make things with happier, uplifting endings. And is that what led to... I guess that's what led to Night Nurse? Yeah, did I mention I felt unhappy with him? Yeah, considering the rant about the ending and ending, I kind of got that. And I agree in terms of the whole thing. I lean in and gently kiss her. What the fuck? Night Nurse and Witchcraft were total departures from that. Okay. Sad thing is, I think I might have loved her back. And yet, I've taken this poor girl's life destined to die as determined by cruel fate. This is good. Thank you. Okay. Robbie, this is the way. This is the way, she said. What the Okay, this is kind of fucked up. I love you. Okay, at least that animation was cool. Like, in terms of just the slow fall down of it, at least. I don't know. Just trying to get something out of this. Slam. Something connects with my hand, sending me down to the floor. I try to turn around except to find Natsuki's and Ray. The coding was cool, but this ending is not. Yeah, no, like, what the fuck? I think one of the biggest problems with the ending is that nothing foreshadows this. Like, I mean, I guess the whole one last time thing, but I thought it'd be like... It comes straight out of nowhere, and there are better ways to do this whole see this person one last time concept. You could have just had them talk in the middle of the night. And about their feelings, about life in general, all in terms of all this stuff, and then go like, you know, like, Rocket Man also made me write an ending for that mod I never wanted to. So once I get to Captive Heart, that'll also be a thing. I won't spoil that yet, though. Yeah. Yeah, like, what if that's how it'll go in the remake? But then again, that's a wait-and-see type thing, so we'll see what happens in the remake in terms of endings and stuff. Anyway, back to this. I'm shocked to find someone else entirely. Oh, okay, Amy, what are you doing? Really, Robbie? Did you forget why you were here in the first place? There were things he either did without telling me or stuff he kinda ordered me to do. Ah, this music's creepy. Why did you do it, Robbie? Natsuki is mine. You can't go doing things like this without my permission? What was I supposed to just walk up and ask you, like, hey, is it okay if I essentially kill your best friend? Like, what the hell? Anyone who decides to hurt her gets a stern talking to from Mr. Bat. I look at the metal bat she holds in her hand, which has quite a large dent in it. Nat has to live. There's no way around it. I refuse to accept a future where she doesn't get to live. Do you understand me? I don't care if you, her father, or even I end up having to die in the process. For her to live, a proper exchange has to take place. A soul for a soul. One life must be extinguished for another to go on. Now go on and get it right next time. I won't let things end this way. This is completely unforgivable. I challenge fate, Robbie, and to make sure we understand each other, I'll make sure I kill you with a little bargaining. My eyes widen as I see her take out the familiar bracelets I used to start this whole process. Amy, wait. Okay, then. Before she could finish her chanting, my face is introduced to Mr. Bat one last time. At least the ending has a cool title. I don't know. I'm trying to get... Oh, I don't know. Just... Yeah, I can see her problems with it. Out of nowhere defeats the purpose of the whole story, which Amy literally says herself. That was probably the only good thing about the ending. I mean, that and the coding, but like... but like, yeah, just the writing wasn't really good with that. I gave it a cool name just to make myself feel better. Yeah. No! Don't! Because one last time apparently leans murderer in cold blood. Jeez. There's nothing else I can do here. I look at the knife in my hand. Why am I still carrying? Ending 6, however, is my favorite ending. Oh, good. Well, good. That's the one I'm playing right now. I still care. There's no point in carrying this around anymore. I put it into the sink with the dirty dishes and make my way back to the door. I prepare to leave the house, making sure to close the door behind me as quietly as possible. Before I can, though, a voice calls out to me. Wait! Don't go! Natsuki? As I was about to leave, Natsuki rushes up to me, pulling on my sleeve to drag me back inside. Please don't go! You came here to save me, didn't you? How? I know everything, but you can't. Natsuki produces a pink notebook from under her arm and shows it to me. She opens it to a specific page and hands the notebook over to me. The Curse of Toronto's take 2. I knew it! I called it. I knew that she was, like, doing a thing with, like, Toronto's because of the 8-note thing. So cool that was foreshadowed with that. It's some good foreshadowing. Anyway, take the 2 bracelets. They form the chains of Toronto. Yep. 8 times. That's why the 8 was there. I guess to not kind of... This isn't a ritual. It's a curse. Because... Oh shit! Yeah, I need to read this more. Because this is a curse, it forces you to relive a certain period of time forever. Make sure to act as per the rules of the curse set out by Toronto's. Deviating from them will result in you losing something dear to you. The number of people who will die on any specific day is fixed, so there is no way to change this. So that's why only MC's mother died, because... You know... She's effectively cursed by Toronto's. An exact exchange must be made, a soul for a soul. There's no way for the curse to be removed. If the curse's host dies, the time loop will end. Look back over to Natsuki, who has a solemn expression on her face. It all makes sense now. Why does she have this information, though? Look, no matter what you do, the amount of people who are going to die on a certain day is already set. Basically did that as a punishment. Wow. Toronto's is vicious. Can see why he was, like, the overarching villain for this anthology, which... If you're going to save me, someone else has to die. And then if you just happen to mess things up along the way, you might end up in a spot even worse than that. Like Amy said, I get that much, but why do you even have this? Well, she looks away from me, clearly uncomfortable. Given the nature of this curse disguised as some way to save someone's life, I can only guess there was someone in mind that she wanted to save. Let's just say there was someone I felt bad for when I found out he died. Or I mean when they died. When he died? Did MC die? And then that's why Natsuki did this? And then she asked the question to essentially incite him to go back and... I don't know, what the... I don't know, maybe that is explained. That's just what I'm thinking right now. Let's see what happens. Natsuki seems to have lost the determined look she had about her when she stopped me from leaving. Look, let's just say I made a stupid decision and I have some experience with this. The point is that no matter what you do, you're locked in. I'm chained to fate, trapped by the chains of Toronto's. I don't know why nobody's noticed it, but I found out eventually. This world is just some illusion. So, Natsuki looks down at the ground, nervously tapping her foot against the floor. There's definitely something up with her, but I know she's not gonna outright say anything. Amy might have conveniently left out part about this being a curse, but everything else she said about Natsuki seems right. Why don't you stay here with me? Please, don't go away. Don't leave me, please. Even if we are just stuck in some endless time loop, just please stay here with me. Natsuki, why are you... You can come and see me every day, and we can spend time together. You're all I have now, Robbie. Your constant visits and the fact that you care so deeply about me is all I have left keeping me going. Probably would have lost my mind already if it wasn't for you. I don't want to be alone, Robbie. I think I would seriously go insane if you stopped coming to see me. Constant visits? How many times have I wound up back at this point to try and save her? How many time loops have I gone through just to get here? She drops her notebook without warning and grabs me by the sleeve. Come on, Robbie, please. Natsuki, I just can't... Are you seriously gonna make me beg? That's not what I'm saying here, men. Okay, now that's just being rude. Please! Please, 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 please. Natsuki, get a hold of yourself! Natsuki stops, looking as though she was snapped out of a trance. At some point, she started holding both of my hands. Her face turns crimson as she releases my hands and backs away from me slightly. Without warning, though, she dropped... Natsuki being cute. Yeah. Wow. Also, what is the... You know what, this was probably made in a time without the mod posing tool, so... Can't really blame you for this, for, like, this little bit of stuff happening, so... It was. Yeah, I don't really blame mods for, like, being made before the mod posing tool was a thing, because it's like... Rocket Man hated the... Wait, what? Why? This came out back in 2021-ish? Wait, I'm sorry, why did they hate the MPT? It's so versatile! Like, it makes the characters so much more expressive. It's like... What? That makes... He said it was clunky and cumbersome. I mean... I don't know, I've never used it, I've only seen it in mods, so... Maybe there was some semblance of a point there, but that was like... But even then, that only like, is like, in the beginning stage when you're like, learning more about the mod posing tool and like, how it gets used and stuff. At least that's what I think. Again, I've never used it, so I don't really have much of a... basis. He did eventually make his own version of it that we're currently using in some of our newer projects. Okay. At least he didn't hate the concept of the posing tool. And it kind of is confusing to some degree. Yeah. So... I'm guessing one of the newer projects that mod posing tool thing is being used on is the remake of this mod. Just to kind of like general guess. Without warning though, she drops her to her knees and tears start rolling down her cheeks. Robbie, do you really want to know why I got myself wrapped up in this in the first place? Get Out used it. Yeah, I could see that. Again, it was a... Yeah, which again is another good effort. This will eventually use it. Okay. Yes. I think I at least deserve to know that much. It was because of you. What? Me? What did I do to you? No. You didn't do anything to me. It was something that happened to you. The teacher said you died. That's my turn to fall to my knees. What am I even hearing? Natsuki stopped crying, trying to maintain her composure as she continues speaking. When I heard that, I didn't know what to feel inside. I know you and I never talked or anything, but from the moment I first saw you, I felt different around you. Like maybe you and I had a lot in common, but I was just afraid to go and talk to you. Her diary. I'm not gonna tell her about her diary, even though she possibly already knows, but I remember she mentioned me in her diary. That was just one entry I happened to look through. Could she have said more about me? Amy even used to make fun of me, saying that you and me were gonna become a gloomy couple and maybe get married and have a ton of gloomy children. Both their faces turned crimson at this point. Could you even have... Like, if they're gonna live in this time loop, could they even have children in this? If they wanted to? How does this time loop work? Does, like... No? Oh, okay. It's like, in the future, like, in terms of, like, how does the time loop... This ending was the closest I could make it so they could be together. Oh, okay. I wanted them to be together. Yeah, I can see that. And yeah, I'm seeing Natsuki do have a good dynamic here. Like, yeah. I mean, in this ending specifically, it's kind of... I don't really know how to describe the dynamic in the other endings, but in this ending specifically, the dynamic is pretty good. I honestly never knew. All this time I thought she either hated me or could care less about me. It was a cute, tragic love story. Cute because of this and tragic because they won't really get to live normal lives, stuck in a time loop. Probably, I don't know. I'm not even done with the ending, I shouldn't really assume. That's the idea I was going for. All this time, Natsuki actually felt this way about me. When the teacher said you died, it hurt me inside, but I couldn't understand why. That's when Amy stepped in and said she told me about this ritual. So Amy essentially orchestrated this entire time loop. Sadly, it got kind of fuddled along the way. I guess I'll find out how later. Like, I don't really see anything being fuddled yet. She even wrote everything in my notebook in case I needed to check back on anything. She told me I felt this way because I loved you, and I think she's right. I didn't even know how many times I've done this, but the fact you keep showing up every night, just Amy is behind this whole thing. Yep. Yeah. I mean, I kinda got that she had ulterior motives from the whole bat-crazed shit in Ending 5, but like, yeah, it just makes me feel glad knowing there's someone out there who cares so much about me, even if they don't know anything about me. I tried to make my way over to Natsuki, who started to cry again. I can't help but wonder, maybe I felt obligated to save her because I feel the same way. To think I didn't realize it until now. Right after I had knowingly placed a curse on myself and became trapped. I'm trapped like she is in this endless loop of bad decisions and suffering. I crouched down to meet her at eye level. Brush away the part of her hair that's in her eyes. She's still crying her eyes out. Natsuki tries to stop her crying as she looks at me. Those eyes. I don't know how much pain and suffering they've witnessed, but upon looking into my own, they soften and look at me with a sense of yearning and bliss. As if our bodies are acting on their own, our faces draw closer until our lips meet. Words can't begin to describe what I'm feeling right now. I can't imagine if it must be the same for her in the moment. We pull away after what seems like an eternity and look at each other once again. She smiles at me and then starts giggling to herself. It's so funny. Nothing. I've just never had a boyfriend before. Oh, well, oh, come on, don't tell me after all that. No, I've just never had a girlfriend before. Well, you do now. As we laugh at each other, I hear someone else laughing alongside us, someone very familiar. Like Amy to see Amy with the two bracelets in her hands. Oh no. I wonder, just how many times has it been now? How long have we been at this game? A week? A month? A millennium? Amy? Do you know what you desire? Do you still not understand? No matter how many times you try to turn the hands of fate, you will always arrive at the same result. No, Tarankos. Oh shit, you were Tarankos the whole time? Do I do my voice? If you still don't understand this, I don't know, this feels like a weird voice to do. After gone through it so many times already, did you just continue to struggle forever in this infinitely repeating time period? So, Amy was used as a what? Wait, what? That's it? Wait, no, this idea was kind of fumbled. Amy is his puppet. Okay. I mean, I guess that's, that felt, like, don't get me wrong, I really liked the ending, but that kind of felt like more was supposed to happen there? And I mean, maybe more is elaborated on in the true ending? What's the true ending anyway? So I load the game, okay, I don't know how to get to it. To get ending 7, you need to try to go for ending 6 and you'll get a new choice. Ah, so I can't just load up the game. Unless yeah, no, I can't just load up the game and do that, so going for ending 6 again, so just gotta skip through the rest. Questions came out of nowhere. So, alright, so ending 6 is essentially just, so stay. Don't kill him. I swear I don't know why he did it this way. Yeah, that kind of felt like... I mean, I it's a good concept that doesn't really make, like, I don't know, like, I think the idea was, like, oh, it's a type of thing where you find out more information and then, like, ending one was clearly meant to be, like, a thing that you do first, like, okay, not clearly, I'm trying to think. It's very obsessed with secret endings, and I was here, like, I just want to tell a story. Yep. Yeah. So don't kill him, and don't call Amy, because she's being used as a puppet and would die. And don't see Natsuki one last time, because if you do, you get weird assumptions about what that means. Oh, leave the knife. Oh, that's the new choice! I didn't get that choice before. So, no, let's not leave the knife. Let's see if we can do this. Let's do this! There's nothing else I can do here. With the knife's still in my hand, I leave the house, making sure to close the door behind me as quietly as possible. Yeah, I've left the house. Oh, no, he actually left. Just take the knife. I thought for a second it'd be like, he'd like pocket it for later, and then ending 6 would happen, and then he'd do like a, then I remember I have the knife, and then he'd stab, I guess? I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see how it happens here. I committed the crime of breaking and entering. I've technically stolen a knife as well. It was then that I finally realized it. Fate says Natsuki should die today, but it's fine if someone else dies in her place. This has to be done so the world can stay in balance, but with Natsuki's life being spared. It's just a simple exchange. Even if he kills Amy, Tarankos can just jump to another puppet. Oh shit, it's more complicated than that. Oh yeah, I still have something ongoing. Should probably close the thing. A soul for a soul. If an irregularity to this world like me would have disappeared, then this nightmare will end and Natsuki will be saved. Natsuki won't die. Her father and Amy wouldn't have to die either. I also wouldn't risk anyone else dear to me having to be taken as a sacrifice. I'll just fade away without Amy or Natsuki ever knowing. Well, I mean, Natsuki will know, because then the teacher will say that Robbie has died. And then Amy will talk about the thing, and she'll get sent back here, and she'll tell MC the whole question, and then Amy will say the other thing, and that's what gets us here! Or something, I don't know. I feel like I'm just... I don't know if I've figured something out, or if I'm just kind of guessing. Might as well just wait and see. Just, it's not like Natsuki really knew or cared about me much at all, right? The more I think about it, though, the more I start to realize something. I don't know how many times I've been at this. I don't know if this is the first time I've gone through the repeating loop or the 100th time. But the fact that I've been so determined to save this young woman's life shows that maybe she does mean something to me after all. Reading her diary, it seemed that she did think about me somewhat, noticing my gloomy attitude. To be honest, I haven't felt the same since my parents got divorced, but no one really never noticed. Oh! Huh. So that's why he's like this. To be honest, in all the hustle and bustle, I kind of forgot about that for a quick sec. Huh. I cannot really forgot, it just kind of left my mind. She was the first, or at least the only other person I know who's at least thought about it. I can't but wonder if maybe that's why she continued to sit behind me in class. She could have always sat somewhere else, but no. She would always sit behind me. I actually care about Natsuki. Maybe even love her. That's why I'm willing to do what I can just to make sure she lives to see another day. Life wasn't very kind to him. If what it takes for her to have a bright future ahead of her is for me to die, then so be it. I guess it's not as though she'll miss me or even care if I'm gone. That doesn't matter, though. After all this time, I finally realized why I put myself through this in the first place. I love Natsuki Sairenji! I'd shot it from the rooftop if I wanted to, ignoring the fact that I'm not supposed to be here and the fact that I'm still 5 feet away from her house. I looked right at the knife I was clutching in my hand. You and I, we're the same, Natsuki. Today will end for me and tomorrow will come for you. You're free from this endless nightmare. You're free from the grasp of Tarankos and his chains. Nothing is ever going to restrain you or tie your life down anymore. I mean, Natsuki, you should live. You must live. These are the last thoughts I had as I plunged the knife through my neck, thus ending this nightmare and ending my life. True and 7. Just a classmate. Okay, then. Robbie has passed away. The truth of the incident vanished into darkness. The teacher wouldn't tell me anything else. I don't really care. I could care less that the guy who sat in front of me died. He was just some random classmate I hardly ever spoke to. Even though he's gone now, it's not like we were very close. I don't feel anything whatsoever. Honestly, I'm not even sad about this. It was just some random guy who coincidentally sat in front of me in class every day. I didn't even know why. Everything would be the same even without him being here. The same old regular quiet life I've been so used to. None of that's going to change. He's gone, but life goes on. My life will go on. Why, good morning, Nat. You're looking lovely today, and yet you're looking kind of down in the dumps. Penny for your thoughts? I knew it! I got it! And so MC dies, and wow, this is sure, wow. Penny for your thoughts? Coding, Mr. Rocketman 909. And then writing Arms of Shadow. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy, so to say. Wow, and that was... Oh, what the hell's this? Ah, you cheeky little freaking puppet, die the freaking die. Your spider blanket web thing. Okay, in all honesty, the chibi does look pretty cute. And, okay, that was Shattered Time, the first of the anthology, and it was okay. I mean, again, like you said, there were, like, good ideas there, and ending 6 was... So basically, it's a never-ending loop, and she keeps making it happen. And yeah, that's a pretty interesting concept. And in terms of endings I like the most, I do like endings 6 and 7. Like the most, just in terms of just 6 for the whole, like, just ending 6 is a pretty cool ending, and ending 7 is like, is an interesting, like, lore thing for why this is happening in the first place, which is a pretty cool twist. Like, this mod has quite a bit of cool twists and turns, and yeah, ending 5 is really a good ending. And the other 4 are just kind of, like, not bad, but they're okay in terms of how they were executed. And so, overall, it's not really a bad mod. I threw out ending 5 from the remake once Rocket Man left, so ha! Yeah! Yeah! There we go! Ha! And now, this is normally the part where I'd, like, spin the mod wheel, but... You know what? No, I have a... You know what? You know what? That mod wheel was created because I didn't really have a plan in terms of stuff. Like, it was created because I was indecisive about what I wanted to do next after these things, but... Yes, you are, yep. Yes, I am, yeah. But I want to keep this going. So what's the next mod in the anthology? Is it 8? Like, what's the next mod? I don't think I remember the order, but I don't know if it's like the correct type thing. I don't know. Captive Heart. All right, Captive Heart. So next time. So, this Friday I'll do more Let This Dream Be Forever. And then next Tuesday, I'm going to play through Captain Active Heart, if that's... Alright, let's see what... Alright, that one is going to be one of the most unique ones. Yeah, like, I think I read somewhere that, like, there was a point-and-click thing. That'll be interesting to play. Hey, again, next Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Explore Monica's house in a point-and-click minute. Yeah, that is going to be interesting to delve into. I'm excited. Hey, like... Hey, this is going to be interesting. Sadly, that won't make it into the remake. Ah, well. Oh, well. again, creative process, just messing all. So, Ninja and I can't get it to work. Yeah, that's a shame. Alright. So again, next Tuesday at like 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Keeping the story Rocket Man kept me from telling. Alright, I will. For both of those, honestly. I mean, I don't know if, like... Alright, so... I'll see you next Tuesday for that. Yeah, nice to have... We'll be here, yep. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.